Srimati Priya Dasi from Chicago. Once again, welcoming all of you to the mid-morning appreciation. Thank you. I thank all of you for attending this session and giving your beautiful association. Please forgive me for interrupting your ecstatic chanting. Let us move to our next part of the session, which is Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat. But before we start our today's session, may I know who all have joined the call this morning?
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, so glories to Shla Prabhupada, Guru Maharajas and all the assembled Vaishnavas. This is Kirti Rasundri Dasi. Thank you Mataji for your services.
Hare Krishna, Kirtida Sundari Devi Dasi Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Sri Guru Maharaj, all glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Thank you very much Mataji for joining every single day, and all glories to your services Mataji and your classes. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, this is Saundarya Mataji from Canada, Toronto. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru and Gauranga. Please accept my humble obeisance to you, Mataji. Thank you so much for offering your service, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Saundarya Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Sri Guru Maharaj, all glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Thank you very much Mataji for joining every single day and giving your beautiful association to us. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat pranams to all devotees here. Jai Srila Prabhupada, Sumi from California.
Hare Krishna Sumi Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Sri Guru Maharaj, all glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Thank you very much Mataji for joining every single day and giving your very beautiful association to us. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Yasomati Mataji, and Dandavat Pranam to you and all Vaishnava. Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev ki jai. Vrinda.
Hare Krishna Vrinda Gopika Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Sri Guru Maharaj, all glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Thank you very much Mataji for joining every single day and giving your very beautiful association to us. All glories to your services Mataji. Hare Krishna. Is there anybody else who would like to introduce themselves?
Mataji, I'll start the recording and you can.
Sure, Mataji. So welcome to Bhakti Sangha Japa Group. Dear devotees, before today we start our session, I would like to read our Srila Prabhupada's quote for today. April 9. I can only suggest and wherever possible that can be applied, but I do not force anyone. After all, you are working hard to please Krishna only out of love for me. So there can be no question of force if love is there. We should not ever try to force anyone or reduce our society to an impersonal business exchange. This will kill everything. Our only purpose in every endeavor is simply to make advancement in spiritual life or in pleasing Krishna. Letter to Bhaktadas, April 9, 1972. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Maharaj ki jai, such a wonderful quote. So today we are so fortunate to have His Grace, Srikanth Krishnadas Prabhuji, on the topic of Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat-Antya Khanda, chapter number 9, verses number 74 to 90. Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Sri Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for giving your very valuable time and association to us this morning and enlightening us on this topic of our Lord Mahaprabhu. Very nice. I now hand over call to you, Prabhuji. We are so eagerly waiting to hear the katha from your lotus mouth. Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you all.
Krishna.
Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurummilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharani Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pachyatya Desatarini. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. I seek the blessings of all the assembled Vaishnavas so that I can speak on these verses of Chaitanya Bhagavatam for my own purification. We are in the Chaitanya Bhagavat Antya Khanda, 9th chapter, and from sloka number 74 onwards, we will discuss today. Krishna Chandra Yara Vakya Karena Palana He Adbhuta Tare Yeyi Jadavarishana is arranging for some wind and rain, wonderful for one whose words are respected by Krishna Chandra. So here in this Leela we can say Advaita Acharya want to feed only Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Indra arranged rains in such a way that only that path from Advaita Acharya home to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu home, only that path there is no rain, but all other places it was raining. So that's why all other sannyasis couldn't join, and Advaita Acharya is felt the satisfaction of serving Lord Chaitanya properly. For that purpose, this Leela is arranged. So here it is mentioned, is it difficult for him to arrange this wind and rain? Yama Kala Mrityu Yara Ajna Sire Dare Yara Pada Vancha Yogeshwara Munishware Ye Thomas Marane Sarva Bandha Vimochana Ki Vichitra Tare Ye Jadavarishana is arranging some wind and rain, wonderful for one whose order Yamaraj, time and death carry on their head, whose lotus feet are described by the best of the yogis and munis, and by remembering whom one is freed from all bondage. So these are all the by remembering someone, if there is a freedom from the samsara, and the mrityu, kala, they and the yamaraj, they carry his words, his orders. Then for him arranging some rain and wind, it is not a great thing. Toma jane he na jana ka ke ache samsare तुमे कृपा करिले से bhakti phala dare. Who in this world knows you perfectly? Only by your mercy can one get the fruit of devotional service. Advaita balena tumi sevaka vatsala kayamana vakyayami dariye bala. Advaita said, you are very affectionate to your servants. Sevaka vatsala. We call na bhakta vatsala. You are affectionate to your servants. I derive strength because I have accepted this fact with my body, mind and words. Sarvakala simha ami tora bhakati bale yeivara morena chadi bakona kale. May I always remain as powerful as a lion by the strength of devotional service to you. Please give me the benediction that you will never abandon me. Yehi mata doyi Prabhu, vako vakya rase, bhojana sampurna haila ananda visheshe. In this way, the two Prabhus released their discussion as the Lord happily finished his meal. Bhojana sampurna haila ananda visheshe. Advaitera Srimukera Yesakala Kata Satya 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 Ite Nahika Anyata. The statements coming from Advaita's lotus mouth are all certainly true. There is no other possibility. So 3 times it is repeated. Satya Satya Satya. Sunite Ye Sabakata Yara Pritanaya Se Adama Advaitera Drusya Nichaya. Anyone who doesn't release hearing this narration is the lowest of men and will certainly be bereft of Advaita's merciful glance. So in this purport, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur mentions, since Sri Advaitacharya wants to feed only Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Indra created the calamity. So Indra created the rains everywhere else, but not on the path from Lord Chaitanya's home to Advaitacharya's residential place. Thus Advaitacharya felt satisfaction of feeding him. This topic was revealed by Sri Advaitacharya to his servants. But some people doesn't accept these incidents as factual. So some of them say that, no, these are all not true. Why they are not true? They say that it is Sri Gaura Sundara, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is actually subordinate to Sri Advaitacharya. So this kind of philosophy is also there during the Vrindavan Das Thakur time. Some of the people, they were saying that Advaitacharya is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and Lord Chaitanya is his servant. So that is how they used to say. And they consider themselves as followers of Advaitacharya. So they say that we are all followers of Advaitacharya and our Advaitacharya is the topmost Supreme Personality of Godhead and Lord Chaitanya is his servant. So Saraswati Thakur writes, if one sees them, they should purify themselves by taking bath in Ganga. If someone explains such kind of philosophy, so getting their association is contaminating. What to speak of getting their association? Even seeing them is contaminating. So one should immediately take bath in Ganga. So that is how it is mentioned. Hari Shankarera Yena Prita Satyakata Abhuda Prakruta Janena Bhuje Sarvata. The bond of love between Hari and Shankara is factual, yet it cannot be understood by ignorant materialistic persons. One time Nityananda Prabhu, he was in Kanchipuram. There the Vaishnavites and Saivites, the followers of Lord Vishnu and followers of Lord Shiva, they formed into two groups and they are fighting. So Nityananda Prabhu saw that, he saw both the groups and he laughed loudly and he left that place. So these because they are all ignorantly fighting, saying that he is supreme and Lord Vishnu is supreme, Lord Shankara is supreme, like that. Ekera aprite haya, dohara aprita, hari hare yena tena Chaitanya Advaita. If someone displeases either of them, they will both be displeased. The same relationship between Hari and Shankara was manifested between Lord Chaitanya and Advaita. So sometimes devotees feel that why we should not worship Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is the Vaishnavanam Yata Shambhu. So he is the topmost Vaishnava. If we worship him, then it is Lord Vishnu will also be pleased. So with that understanding, if we worship, there is no problem. If we worship Lord Shiva with understanding, he is the topmost Vaishnava. Yeah, if we worship Lord Ganesh, uh, is the Devata in charge for removing the obstacles. There are so many obstacles in my devotional service. Let him remove them. If we worship Saraswati Devi, is the Devata in charge for the education. Please give me the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. Then there is no problem. There is no problem in that. But generally people worship them with that understanding that uh, they are independent. Actually, Bhagavad Gita tells Avidhi Purvakam, that kind of worship, although they are indirectly worshipping the Lord Krishna's appointed devatas only, but it is not a proper way, Avidhi Purvakam. So that's why we should understand, with proper understanding, if we worship, there is no problem. And at the same time, displeasing any of them is actually displeasing the both of them. So that's why we need to be very careful. Avidhi Purvakam. One time, my Guru Maharaj and one senior brahmachari is the guest house in charge. My Guru Maharaj is walking with him by keeping his hand on the shoulder of that senior brahmachari in the courtyard. They are walking, going to and fro. Then one youth preaching boy, whom this senior brahmachari is cultivating. The senior brahmachari takes weekly program in one area of Bombay, and this boy attends that weekly program. And he is very new and he doesn't know uh, anyone else. He just knows only that particular preacher. So he went and offered Dandavat to that senior brahmachari in front of my Guru Maharaj, because he don't know that he is sannyasi, he is Guru, this and this senior brahmachari felt very uncomfortable. Someone is coming and offering him Dandavat in front of his own Guru. So they feel uncomfortable. So similarly, when we worship any of the devatas as the Supreme Lord, they feel uncomfortable. So, and that is why if someone displeases either of them, they will both be displeased. At the same time, we should not disrespect any of the devatas, because they are the, it is mentioned that we should not disrespect even an ant. What to speak of these great devotees who are given the in charge of the universal government. So disrespecting them is actually disrespecting the Lord Vishnu. Niravadi Advaitaye Sabakakaya Jagatera Prana Lagi Kropalo Hrudaya. The kind-hearted Advaita Prabhu always described these topics for the deliverance of the world. Advaitera Vakya Bhuji Bharasityara Janiha Ishvara Sange Vedana Hitara. One who is able to understand Advaita statements knows that there is no difference between him and the Supreme Lord. So this comes in the Advaitam Harina Advaita Acharyam Bhakti Shamshanad Bhaktavataram Isham Tam Advaita Acharyam Asraye. Because he is non-different from Hari, the Supreme Lord, he is called Advaita. And because he propagates the cult of devotion, he is called Acharya. He is the Lord and the incarnation of the Lord's devotee. Therefore, I take shelter of him. So, this sloka comes in the CC Adilila, first chapter, 13th number. And also, this sloka comes in the CC Adilila, 6th chapter also. In the each of these chapters, the about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, about Nityananda Prabhu, about Advaita Acharya, about Panchatattva, the details comes. Bhakti kari ye sunaye, ye sabha akyana, Krishna bhakti haya tara, sarvatra kalyana. Anyone who hears these pastimes with devotion will achieve the most auspicious devotional service of Lord Krishna. Advaita Simhera Kare Purna Manaskama Vasaya Selila Sri Chaitanya Bhagavana. After fulfilling the desire of the lion-like Advaita, Lord Chaitanya returned to his residence. Yei Mata Srivasade Bhaktaga Nagare Bhikshakare Sabare Purnakama Kare. In this way, the Lord accepted meals at the houses of Srivasa and other devotees, and thereby fulfilled their desires. Sarva Goshti Layi Nera Vadi Sankirtana Nachayena Nachena Apane Anukshana. The Lord would gather all his devotees and constantly engage in Sankirtana. He would continually dance and induce others to dance. So that is how this Leela is completed, where Lord Chaitanya visiting the home of Advaita Acharya for Prasad. So here we will see whether one important point is some of the devotees considering the Advaita Acharya as the Supreme Lord and considering Lord Chaitanya as the his subordinate. But when we read Chaitanya Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, and all these scriptures, Advaita Acharya at various places mentioning again and again, I am the servant of Lord Chaitanya. So that is how we can see especially the Advaita Acharya's Tattva that is described in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Leela, 6th chapter. The 2 slokas are mentioned and those 2 slokas are elaborated. So we will go through this chapter briefly to understand about this particular topic. I offer my obeisances to Sri Advaita Acharya. By his mercy, even foolish person can describe his characteristics. In 5 verses, I have described about Lord Nityananda, and in 2 verses, I will describe about Sri Advaita Acharya. So the previous chapter, in 5 verses, about Nityananda Prabhu is described. And all these slokas are given in the Adi Leela beginning, in the chapter 1. And those slokas are explained in the first 7 chapters. This is the sloka 1 about Advaita Acharya. Mahavishnu Jagatkarta Mayaya Srujati Adaha Tasyavatara Evayam Advaita Acharya Ishwaraha. Lord Advaita Acharya is the incarnation of Mahavishnu. Mahavishnu Jagatkarta, whose main function is to create the cosmic world, Srujati, through the actions of Maya. Mayaya Srujati Ada. Tasya Avatara Evayam. Lord Advaita Acharya is the incarnation of that Tasya, that person. So this is the so Advaita Acharya is the Mahavishnu's incarnation, Mahavishnu's avatar. This is the second sloka. This also in one of the purport previously, this sloka had come. Advaitam Harina Advaitat Acharyam Bhakti Samshanat Bhaktavataram Isham Tam Advaita Acharyam Asraye. Advaitam Harina Advaitat, because he is non-different from Hari. Dvaita means two. Advaita means not two. So this is not different from Hari and he are not two. They are one only. That's why his name is Advaita. Because he is non-different from Hari, the Supreme Lord, he is called Advaita. And because he propagates the cult of devotion, Bhakti Shamshanat. Acharya means teacher. So he is the teacher also. He is non-different from Hari, that's why he is Advaita. And his teacher, what he is teaching? He is teaching Bhakti. That's why he is called Acharya. He is the Lord and the incarnation of the Lord's devotee. Therefore, I take shelter of Bhaktavataram Ishantam. He is the Lord also, but at the same time, he is a incarnation as a devotee. I take shelter of him. Advaita Acharyam Ashraye. So these are the 2 slokas that explains the tattva of Advaita Acharya, and these 2 slokas are elaborated. His glory is beyond the conception of ordinary jivas. Mahavishnu creates all the universes, and to such Mahavishnu, Advaita Acharya is his direct incarnation. He creates unlimited universes and maintains them through his Maya, through his external energy. He creates the universes and also maintains them. And he enters each and every universe as Garbhodakshay Vishnu. So in that sense, Sri Advaita Acharya is that Purusha avatar. He helps in the pastimes of Purusha avatar. So he is the incarnation of Mahavishnu and he helps Mahavishnu in the creation. So that's why it is mentioned. Jagatmangala Advaita Mangala Gunada Jagatmangala Advaita Mangala Gunada Mangala Charita Sada Mangala Yara Nama. Being a reservoir of all auspicious attributes, Sri Advaita Acharya is all auspicious for the world. His characteristics, activities, and name are always auspicious. Mahavishnu creates the universes with millions of his parts, energies, and incarnations. External energy consists of two parts, nimitta, that is efficient cause, and upadana, that is material cause. So while creating the even the external energy, Bahiranga Shakti also has two parts, that is nimitta and upadana. So my understanding of this nimitta, efficient cause, and upadana is if someone want to make a pot, earthen pot, so two things are required. The ingredients are required, mud is required, water is required, and the wheel is required. And also minimum these things are required. And also the potter, the man who is making that pot. So the ingredients, the mud, wheel, pot, these are the upadana, material cause. They are the ingredients. And the potter, that man who is mixing them and bringing shape to that pot, is the efficient cause, nimitta. So external energy also has these two parts. Maya, she is the efficient cause, and pradhana is the material cause, because from pradhana comes the Mahattattva, from Mahattattva comes false ego, from false ego divides into Sattva, Rajotama, from Sattva comes mind and Devatas, and from Rajoguna comes intelligence and senses, and from Tamoguna comes the five elements and also five sense objects. So in this way, 24 elements which made this universe, they are all come from the Pradhana. So in that way, it is the material cause, and Maya is the efficient cause, Nimitta and Upadana. Similarly, Lord Vishnu also assumed two forms, Nimitta and Upadana. The Mahavishnu himself is the efficient cause, and Narayana in the form of Advaita Acharya is the material cause, Upadana. So Mahavishnu is Nimitta and Advaita Acharya is the Upadana, material cause. How it is, those details are not given, but it is mentioned that just because he is the material cause, does it means that he is in touch with material energy? No, he is not at all in touch with material energy, Advaita Acharya, but he is the material cause of the upadana of the in the creation process. The details are not mentioned. Lord Vishnu glances over the material world. So that is the efficient cause. He glances. And Advaita Acharya creates the material world. So Sankhya philosophy says that Pradhana is the everything. So beyond Pradhana, there is nothing else. But actually, nothing comes from the dead matter. The creation doesn't come from the dead matter. So that's why that kind of philosophy is not accepted. But it is all coming from the Lord Vishnu's glance and also Advaita Acharya with the Upadana, material cause. Lord infuses the material ingredients with his own creative potency. That's why they all combine together, they form a Brahmanda. In the form of Advaita, he infuses the material ingredients with creative energy. He is the creator of millions of universes. Through his expansions, he maintains them. So he creates the material universes, and also his expansions, Garbhodaksha Vishnu enters each of the universe and maintains them. So that's why Sri Advaita Acharya is the Mukhya Anga of Mahavishnu or Narayana. All the Amsha and Anga of the Lord are spiritual. They have no relationship with the material energy. Anga, why it is mentioned, then Advaita Acharya can be considered as the Mukhya Amsha of Mahavishnu. Why he is considered as the Anga? So there Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami mentions Anga generally it has more intimacy, whereas Amsha more than Amsha. So that is how it is described. So Advaita was called as Anga and not Amsha. Sri Advaita is the Mukhya Anga of Mahavishnu. Previously, he created the universes. So, as the Mahavishnu is the Nimitta, the efficient cause, and Advaita Acharya is the Upadana, the material cause of universes. And in that way, they created the whole universes. Just to clear the confusion, the potter is the efficient cause, and the others, mud, water, the wheel, they are the Upadana. So similarly, Maya is the Nimitta, whereas Pradhana is the Upadana. So similarly, Mahavishnu is the Nimitta and Advaita Acharya is the Upadana. That is how he created the universes. But now in this Kali Yuga, he appeared to introduce the path of Bhakti. Thus he explained Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam in the light of Bhakti. So before Advaita Acharya, during Advaita Acharya time, before Lord Chaitanya appeared, no one is no one is practicing Bhakti. Very few Vaishnavas are there. All the people are materialistic. Only they describe Bhagavatam. They discuss Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, but they don't describe anything about Bhakti. Even if someone describing about Bhakti, that is only for the classroom sake. They don't practice that Bhakti. Even if someone is practicing, only during Sandhya Vandan, they call the Pundarikaksha, one or two names of the Lord. And throughout the day, they don't remember the Lord at all. We can see even the Devananda Pandit. He was describing Bhagavatam very nicely, but without Bhakti. So that is how during that time Advaita Acharya appeared and he started describing Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam in the light of Bhakti. He has no other occupation other than teaching devotional service. That's why he's called Advaita Acharya. Supreme Lord has the eyes like Kamala, lotus. That's why Advaita Acharya is also Mukhya Anga of the Supreme Lord. That's why he is also considered as the Kamalaksha. So just as Lord's associates have 4 hands and they wear yellow garments in the Vaikuntha. And this Advaita Acharya worshipped Krishna with tulsi leaves and Ganga water. And he started praying. Everyone becoming materialistic. No one is worshipping you. Please descend and again revive this. Introduce the Yoga Dharma, the chanting of the holy name. That is how, because of the call of Advaita Acharya, Lord Chaitanya appeared. And Lord Chaitanya spread the Sankirtan movement through Advaita Acharya. And Sri Advaita Acharya is the principal limb of Lord Chaitanya. Another limb is Nityananda Prabhu. So why we are discussing all this is, today's one of the point that is mentioned is, some of the followers of Advaita Acharya, they consider Advaita Acharya as the Supreme Lord and Lord Chaitanya as the subordinate. So for that purpose, what exactly Advaita Acharya is telling. So for that sake, we are, and what the Acharyas are saying, we are discussing this. So it is mentioned that the Lord Chaitanya has two principal limbs, that is Advaita Acharya and Nityananda Prabhu. It comes even in the next chapter, where it is mentioned that the worship of Radha Krishna, that is started with Madhavendra Puri, the Madhurya Prema, that is started with Madhavendra Puri, the Bija, the seed, and it fructified in the Ishwarapuri. Later it became the trunk in the form of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And the tree has two main branches, that is Sri Advaita and Sri Nityananda Prabhu. And these two branches have many several branches and many leaves. So Prabhupada mentions our society ISKCON is also one small branch in this huge tree. Because before Madhavendra Puri, Krishna is only worshipped. That Radha Krishna worship was not there. So Advaita Acharya is always considered as the one of the branch of this devotional tree. And there are many other Srivas Thakur, Gadadhara, etc. They are considered as the sub branches, Upa Anga. Mukhya Anga are the Sri Advaita and Sri Nityananda Prabhu. With all these devotees, Lord Chaitanya spread this mission. So Lord Chaitanya is the trunk of the devotional tree, and he is also gardener. So he is telling that I am collecting so many fruits. How many I will taste? I have eaten enough. I want to distribute, but how many I can distribute alone? So I need everyone's help. So that is how, with all these devotees' help, Lord Chaitanya spread this mission. Advaita Acharya is the disciple of Madhavendra Puri. So Lord Chaitanya used to respect him as his guru, because Madhavendra Puri's disciple is Ishwar Puri, and Ishwar Puri's disciple is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Madhavendra Puri has all other disciples like Ramachandra Puri, Brahmananda Puri, and even Advaita Acharya. So he is like a god brother of Ishwar Puri, Advaita Acharya. So since he is my guru's god brother, Lord Chaitanya used to respect him. You are like a guru. Lord Chaitanya used to bow down at the feet of Advaita Acharya. But Advaita Acharya, we have discussed this in the one of the previous chapter. Advaita Acharya, he used to feel why Lord Chaitanya is making me uncomfortable by offering me obeisances. Because whenever Lord appears, he follows the local custom to set the example. Like Lord Krishna used to offer obeisances to Yudhishthir because Yudhishthir is senior in age. He used to offer obeisances to Yudhishthir and Bhima. He used to embrace Arjuna, and he used to receive obeisances from Nakul and Sahadev, who are juniors to him in the age. So that is how Lord sets the example. He is offering obeisances to Advaita Acharya, who is on his guru's level. But Advaita Acharya did not like. So he devised a plan and he started describing the uh, impersonal philosophy. At that time, Lord Chaitanya becomes very angry and beats him. Then Advaita Acharya tells, all these days you are respecting him, respecting me. What happened to your respect now? Then Lord Chaitanya understood that he is tricked by Advaita Acharya. So then Advaita Acharya feels very happy. So now I am very happy that you accepted me as your servant. So Advaita Acharya considered himself as the servant of Lord Chaitanya. He forgets himself in the joy of this conception. And he teaches others also. All of you are Krishna servants. So this is the Dasya Bhava. Dasya Bhava means servitude, the mood of servitude. Even Nityananda Prabhu became mad in the ecstasy of Dasya Bhava. Srivas Thakur, Haridasa, Gadadhar, Mukunda, all these are great scholars. But they all also became mad in ecstasy with this Dasya Bhava. We are servants of Lord Chaitanya. And they instructed everyone to become the servants of Lord Chaitanya. Advaita Acharya used to, Lord Chaitanya is considering me as his guru, but actually I am his servant. So this is the effect, the prabhava that Krishna Prema has. It infuses, one may be guru or equal or inferior. Everyone is infused in the Dasya Bhav. So Nanda Maharaj, he tells to Uddhava, actually you are saying that Krishna is a Supreme Lord, but he is our own son only. But at the same time, we want to serve him, like that Nanda Maharaj says. And his friends like Sridama, Subal, they also fight with Krishna, they climb on his shoulders, but they worship Krishna's lotus feet in the Dasya Bhav. Gopis consider themselves as the maid servants of Krishna. So this Dasya Bhav, the servant of Krishna, this is there in all rasas, Madhurya rasa or Vatsalya rasa, Nanda Maharaj is there, and the Sakya rasa it is there. So this Dasya Bhava is there in all the rasas. All the queens in Dwaraka consider themselves as the dasis of Krishna's lotus feet. So Kalindi, Rukmini tells, I am Draupadi comes and inquires all the queens of Dwaraka, how you all got married to Krishna. Then one by one, they all explain. Rukmini tells, I was Shishupala is about to accept my hand. At that time, Krishna came and kidnapped me. So thus I became his dasi. He considered me as his wife, but I am his dasi. Then Kalindi says that to get Lord Vishnu as my husband, I was doing tapasya on the Yamuna bank. At that time, Arjuna and Krishna came, and thus Krishna accepted me. I consider myself as his maid servant. Like that, all the queens, they are all say that we are dasis, we are the maid servants. And Lord Balaram considers himself as the servant of Krishna. He massages the feet of Krishna. And Rudra desires to be servant of Krishna. So in this way, Pita, Mata, Guru, Saka, whoever it may be, but this servant, I am the servant of Krishna. This Dasya Bhava is the platform. It is the common in all the relationship. After describing all this, that everyone is Krishna's servant, Nanda Maharaj, Sri Dama, Srimati Radha Rani, under the queens of Dwaraka, Gopis, after describing everything, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says, the same Lord Krishna is descended as Lord Chaitanya. Therefore, everyone is his servant, like that he says. Then Advaita Acharya, Chaitanya Radas Moye, Chaitanya Radas, Chaitanya Radas Moye Tara, Dasera Das. So I am servant of Lord Chaitanya, I am a servant of Lord Chaitanya, I am a servant of Lord Chaitanya. and a servant of his servants. So while singing this Chaitanya Radas Mohi Chaitanya Radas, Chaitanya Radas Mohi Tara Dase Radas, while singing this, Advaita Acharya continuously dances. Source of this Dasya Bhava is Balaram. So this Dasya Bhava, this servitude, this mood of servitude, where it comes from the Balaramji. And that same Balaram appeared as Lakshmana and served Lord Ram. So in that Dasya Bhava, Advaita Acharya with his words, he is telling, I am Lord Chaitanya's servant. With his mind, he is always thinking, I am his devotee. With his body, he is always worshipping Krishna with tulsi leaves and Ganga water, and also by preaching. So in that way, Advaita Acharya in all the throughout is again and again telling that I am Lord Chaitanya's servant. So, but someone coming and telling that no, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the servant and Advaita Acharya is the Supreme Lord, then is actually displeasing the Advaita Acharya. Although they may consider themselves as the followers of Advaita Acharya, they are displeasing. If they displease any one of them, they displease both of them. So just like sometime we have seen that Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami's brother, he accepted Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but he did not accept Nityananda Prabhu. So when Meniketan Ramadas came, they did not give him respect. So in the thus he is ruined his own spiritual life. So this kind of things are there. So that is why here it is being clarified. And Lord Krishna considered devotees greater than himself. So Advaita Acharya, in this way, everyone is Krishna's servant, and Krishna considers devotees greater than himself. So that is why we can say that when Jay Vijay stops the Chatuskumaras at the seventh gate of Vaikuntha, at that time, the Lord himself comes out, because Jai Vijay workers, at the time Lord himself comes out and the Lord tells, actually this aparadha is done by me to all of you, the Brahmanas or Vaishnavas. This aparadha is done by me. So I beg forgiveness. Because whatever the effect that I have, even a Chandala chants my names, they get purified. From where I got this power? Because I serve the Brahmanas. And Lakshmi Devi, she runs, she don't stay at one place, but she always stays at my feet. What is the reason? Because I serve my devotees and Brahmanas. So that is how Lord says that it is me who has done aparad. Aparad means generally someone inferior person does to superior, that is the aparad. If a teacher chastises the student, that is not aparad. But if a student criticizes the teacher, that is aparad. When inferior done to the superior, that is considered as aparad. So the Chatuskumaras, they say that, how come you do aparad? Because there is no one above you. You are the superior. So generally aparad means inferior done to the superior. So if you are the superior, where is aparad? Matta parataram nanya kinchidasti dhananjaya. There is no one above you. Then Krishna says that no, my devotees are above me. You are all, you Chetis Kumaras, you are above me. So there is a offense done to you by my servants. If my servants done, That is, I only have to take responsibility. So, and you are all superior to me. So that's why I beg forgiveness. So that is how Lord considered devotees greater than himself. And this sweetness is tasted through Dasya Bhav. So this sweetness, by serving, that sweetness is there, not by merging in the Krishna. And Lord Krishna also want to take this sweetness. That's why he appeared as Lord Chaitanya in the form of a devotee. What is this Dasya Bhav? What my devotees by serving me, what they are experiencing. I also want to experience the same thing. So that is how Lord appeared as the Lord Chaitanya. In this way, Advaita Acharya he brought Lord Chaitanya to this world by worshipping the Salagram through Tulsi and Ganga water. And he liberated the world through Sankirtana movement. So, and he considered himself Chaitanya Radas Muye Chaitanya Radas, Chaitanya Radas Muye Tara, Dasera Das. So, such Advaita, that is the Advaita Acharyas, with his body, mind, and words, he always thinks that he is the servant of Lord Chaitanya. And if we also worship him in that way, he will be pleased, and he will also get his merciful glance instead of uh, like Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu. If we worship Lord Shiva as the Vaishnavana Meta Sambhu, that is, he will be also pleased. But if we worship him as the Supreme Lord, he feels uncomfortable. So that is why we should understand and not to displease them. So that is what we are trying to discuss it today. And in our own life also, uh, accepting this Dasya Bhav, even the Rudra, Lakshmi Devi who is sitting on the chest of Lord, she is aspiring to serve the Lord's lotus feet. Advaita Acharya, Lakshmana, Sridama, Nanda Maharaj, everyone, they are all wanting to serve. So in our life also, we can also aspire this quality of service. So whatever the where while practicing bhakti, we should aspire for the service instead of aspiring for the some positions in the institute. So if we aspire for some of the positions, we will definitely get it. But when we aspire for the service, uh, then we will get that like Indra and Balimaras. It mentioned that when there is friction between devotees and non-devotees, Lord appears. So Lord appeared actually to favor Indra in that past time. And because Indra is as a mixed devotee, he wants the position, facilities. So Lord gave him the Swarga. And when it comes to Bali Maharaj, he need to select whether I want Lord or I want the facilities. Sukracharya is advising, select the facilities. But he denied and he accepted the Krishna himself, Vamanadev himself. So Vamanadev gave Swargaloka to Indra and he gave himself to the Bali Maharaj. He is standing outside the door of Bali Maharaj. So in this way, we also, with this Dasya Bhav, we always wanting Krishna in our life instead of some facilities If we aspire for them, Krishna will give them, but we will not get Krishna. So through this Advaita Acharya pastime, where the Dasya Bhava is mentioned, we can all aspire for this. Sorry if I downloaded too much information from this whole chapter in the small time. Okay, we'll stop here. In case if you would like to add something, you can add.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Such a wonderful class. Only in one sentence, whatever the followers of the Advaita Acharya says, that, oh, he is the principal and the Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the subordinate, and you just glorify also Advaita Acharya by this, that Advaita Acharya says what we should do. Only by Dasya Bhav we can, Dasya Bhav, to do the devotional service to the Lord's lotus feet. Then we can make please Advaita Acharya ji, not in a principal bhav. Such a wonderful class, and so many points you showed us about Advaita Acharya's glorification. Such a wonderful class, Prabhuji. Yes, he was teaching us how to do the devotional service to the Lord. Yeah, how we should think about Lord all the time, 24/7, and how we have to worship the serving the Lord in servitorship. So he just teaches us all these things, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, everything. Such a wonderful class, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, you have time?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so dear devotees, Prabhuji have time now. You have any question or realization, just open it.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you so much for the beautiful class, Prabhuji. Very grateful to you.
Okay, in the creation, what are the two causes? Anyone remember?
Nimitta and Upadana.
Nimitta and Upadana.
Upadana,
What is the meaning?
Nimitta is efficient cause,
efficient cause,
and Upadana is the material cause,
material.
like the potter
Okay.
and all the ingredients of the pot.
Yeah. In the external energy, which is nimitta, which is upadana?
Pradhana is Upadana, Prabhu.
Pradhana is upadana. And
Prakriti.
Maya is mentioned. Maya is
Maya is the efficient cause.
the nimitta.
Yeah. And
And
Pradhan is material cause.
Advaita Acharya is who?
He is the subordinate, so he is a
Upadana.
material cause, Upadana.
He is upadana, is the material cause. And who is nimitta?
Mahavishnu.
Mahavishnu.
Yeah. Mahavishnu is the nimitta, and Advaita Acharya is the upadana. Is the mukhya anga of Mahavishnu, Advaita Acharya. Okay. So do we end here?
Sure, Prabhuji. Such a wonderful class, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Thank you
Very
all.
enlightening class and very, very details of Srimad Advaita Acharya, Lord Advaita Acharya. So we are very, very grateful to you, Prabhuji, and we look forward to your association again in future so soon.
Thank you all for
So,
continuing this.
Vancha.
Chaitanya Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam classes continuously.
वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा
कृपासिन्धुभ्यैव
सिन्धुभ्यश्च
च
पतितानां
पतितानां
पावनेभ्यो
Vaishnaveभ्यो
पावनेभ्यो नमो
वैष्णवेभ्यो
नमः।
नमो नमः।
अनन्तकोटि
कोटि
वैष्णववृन्द
वैष्णव वृंद
की
की
जय।
जय।
श्रील प्रभुपाद
की
की
जय।
जय। श्री चैतन्य
थैंक यू प्रभु
भागवत
जी।
की जय।
जय।
श्री कृष्ण श्रीकांत कृष्णदास प्रभु जी की जय। हरि
जय।
बोल प्रभु जी,
Thank you so much,
धन्यवाद।
Prabhu.
हरे
Hare Krishna
कृष्णा।
Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much.